So, at lightweight, this is our co-main event. Referee Thomas Bronda to preside over three-minute rounds. Those are the metrics up. Make of those what you will. What will count here tonight is what goes on within the KSW cage. Boris Mankowski versus Marcin Josek.
The second Mankowski walked into the ring, both guys locked eyes and did not let go. For me, this fight's all about the clinch, Will. I believe Mankowski can press the takedown, which may be where he has the upper hand against Josek. Conversely, Josek has great knees and elbows. He's going to look to use those as well at close range, should Mankowski go in. What did I say?
Head clash there. And that was a bit messy going down to the ground. Gone to the wire, but it's back up in the upright.
And as predicted, within 30 seconds, interestingly, Josek, I think, saw an opportunity to go in with an underhook and connect. Mankowski perhaps all too happy to get the over-under here. 50-50 at the moment. And it's great to see this so early in the bout when neither guy has expended a ton of energy. You start to figure out, maybe you got the strength advantage, maybe you're a little bit weaker here.
Mankowski working well, I have to say, but Josek making life difficult for him. And you're right, the clinch is the defining factor here. And that's where they like to work. That's the office.
I think ideally Marcin would want to be in space, but look at that. Nice elbow. Marcin thought about stepping over and taking the back. Mankowski said, no, thank you. Got the body lock. Reaps in there with one hook. Couple of dirty shots there on the inside. I say dirty, it's only because it's dirty boxing.
Well, this is going to turn into a real grapple affair. There's no two ways about that. Mankowski in that clinch. Chris, you really nailed that call. I think this is going to be a grubby, technically needle-finding affair between these two, because neither of them is giving a millimeter here. There's a bit of space between them now, back in the upright. And Josek coming forward.
Here comes Marcin Josek. Love the connections, love the kick. I think he really wants to punch multiple times before each kick. The leg kicks are smart because that will cut down Mankowski's mobility, his base, his power, his shot. But as you said, well, it's going to be a kind of watch the needle move bout because both guys are so competitive in each position. No guy is out of his office.
Mankowski put it on the line there with that shoot for the takedown and kind of mistimed it. Paid the price by slipping off and ending up on his back. That's put him at a distinct disadvantage here. Josek didn't manage to capitalize on it as quickly as he would have wanted to, but it's up against the wire now for Mankowski.
Interesting to see that Marcin Josek has actually been able to dominate the first couple of clinches against the wire. I do know for a fact that he worked with Dawid Pikowski, who is one of the top wrestlers in Poland, for months for this camp. I mean, because again, they knew that the fight was coming in April. It didn't happen. March got canceled as well. So he just had months to work. That was something I heard from all the fighters, to be fair, this week, because of course quarantine means really, you know, an opportunity to focus on health and fitness.
So just over a minute and a half, and well, the clinch, the underhooks, really draining the gas out of the tank. And I have to say, Boris Mankowski just looks a little bit worse for wear in terms of energy. And I don't know whether he was hurt earlier by that head clash, but Boris Mankowski doesn't look exactly lemon fresh, but he is expending enough energy to light up a small town in Wiltshire. He really is putting some effort into this. And Josek doesn't look as gassed, actually. But look at the skill sets there for Mankowski as Josek has to give up his back. Mankowski working from behind here now, puts his leg in and looks for that hook there. I mean, this is really high-level grappling, isn't it, Chris?
Absolutely, yeah, he loves this one. He gets one leg in and grapevines. Loves the reverse body lock. Marcin was able to hand fight earlier and actually escape this exact position. Can he do it again here? But as you alluded to, well, dare I say, Marcin Josek may have a strength advantage here. I mean, it really looks like that. Whether the head clash played part of that or something else, I don't know.
Well, it's not as slick because there's a little bit of stumbling around in those clinches, but with just 15 seconds left, it goes to the upright. There's some space between these two, and both fighters now looking to maybe land some headshots after the 10-second clapper. Big wild swing there by Josek. But Josek now starting to look just a little bit puffed. And at the end of the first, well, that was desperate, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it's one thing when both guys have had a big social media war in a run-up to a fight. I think Marcin and Boris, perhaps beneath the promo, were actually a little tired of all the talk. They just wanted to get in there and execute. But of course, when there's so much hype, and you get a first round like that, and you're breathing hard on the stool in between 1 and 2, I mean, I don't know. One guy might start to run away with it in the second. Right now, Marcin seemed to be the fresher fighter. Nice punches there from Marcin Josek, who also seemed to be a little more comfortable with the striking exchanges. But Boris did find success not only with the takedown, but also the back take a couple of times. Marcin just went for a ride there. And the grip, you notice the grip there from Mankowski. Despite the overhook from Marcin Josek, Mankowski had confidence in really pursuing that all the way to the end, to the mat.
Two of a scheduled 3, and at this pace, this is a fight that could go the distance. But I just think on energy expended alone, it's going to pressurize these two, and really, this is going to be a tough play in the office. So, round 2 of a scheduled 3 in this our co-main event at lightweight. The Tasmanian Devil, Boris Mankowski, Marcin, the Polish Zombie, Josek. Josek in the blue shorts, Mankowski in the black. Ooh, nice work from Mankowski. Worked the left and the right.
Josek was reaching for the clinch there again, but I love that little switch up. He does it with the kind of the snap kick to the body or the inside leg kick. Low blow.
So just a little bit of time for Boris Mankowski to recover. And he's back on. They look much more refreshed after the end of the round and a few seconds in between here. Good to go again. And incredible level of fitness from both men. Mankowski. Great panoply of shots there. Great left-right connection. Follows up with the high kick.
Nice uppercut there from Mankowski. He definitely looks a lot more recuperated, though, compared to the end of the first. I agree. Both guys look good here. Head clash again.
Yeah, it's interesting that they just want to get to it so much that it's just getting a little bit scrappy on the inside. And, well, a little bit of a red mark on Mankowski's head. Accidental. But they get back to it. And yeah, a little bit of a mark on the top of Mankowski's head. That's a slipsy uppercut that Mankowski's got, knowing, of course, that that's going to be a deterrent for Josek coming in. But Josek lands his own big right there over the top.
There's a good elbow as well. That's the signature zombie move. But the uppercut, the rear uppercut from Mankowski is there. It was a little telegraphed in the first, but he's finding some timing and rhythm here in the second.
Creating much more space in this second round, these two, giving themselves a little bit of room to work, and much needed. Ooh, they were wild, but that was a great right hand on the inside from Josek, and that rocked Mankowski. What a solid connection that was. Mankowski with the underhook there, and that's the power and the strength and the leverage coming right through his left leg, right in there. That really rocked Mankowski. Great shot there, and I think a lesser fighter would have been really perturbed by that.
Smart by Mankowski to go for the tie-up here. Nice short knee from the zombie. Marcin Josek is fighting this because that can be the penalty.
Well, there's the power. Mankowski takes his man. Brute strength down to the ground. Tries to pass guard. He's being held. But Mankowski really looking to advantage himself here now. 2.5, well, just over 2 minutes left in this round, so still great opportunity to do some good work in the office here.
did a great job of not only getting the takedown, but starting to work very, very deep with the shoulder pressure. Just pinning the four corners, sliding forward. Nice shrimp. Zombie did not want to accept the pass there. That would be critical, because for sure, when you get taken down off the fence to the middle, or not really to the middle, but away from the fence, you have less of an opportunity to cage walk. So for sure, Boris Mankowski put him in a bad spot. And the last thing Marcin Josek wants to do is allow Mankowski out of that half.
Nice technique from Mankowski. Brings that left leg up and uses it to try and power the right leg out of that half guard.
Great shoulder pressure as well, Will. That's been one of the key things. When he's so deep like that, it really disallows some of the defense that your opponent can do from the bottom. You notice the way that Mankowski even just walked his hand forward a little bit, the right hand even deeper with the little fingertips. All these little details of the finer elements of grappling. Now he tripods up, a little bit more forward pressure and down. Marcin had to think, all right, I let the guy pass, or do I turtle and bait him for the back and then try to explode? Mankowski didn't take the bait completely, as opted to kind of keep one hook in. And Marcin will try to cage walk or explode up here momentarily without compromising himself to the back.
Well, he does that successfully, and it was a very dangerous moment with Mankowski on your back for Josek. There's no two ways about it. If you're in a cage and you look up and the man Mankowski is behind you, you're in a real world of pain. But Josek slips it. Great bit of escapology there. Back to the upright and back to the boxing, and we've just got 15 seconds left at the end of the second. There's a little bit of blood coming from Mankowski. It's just a cut right on the top of the head from the head clash. That's the 10-second clapper. We go to the end of the second, and what a battle this has turned out to be. High kick there from Mankowski, and again at the end of this, both men absolutely giving their all here in this real clash of titans.
Yeah, both guys have really dug into the trenches there. I like the kick from Mankowski at the end. I'd like to see more of those. I feel like he could attack the base of Marcin, who doesn't seem, we haven't seen Marcin go for a single or a double or anything like that, so you might as well attack the legs. Great fight. Definitely a very competitive fight, and both guys really trying to bring out the best in each other in these exchanges. It's been grueling, though.
Mankowski taking some big hits from Josek in the upright. We saw a right hand there, then we saw an elbow come across. But Mankowski working the midsection and the body. Look at that liver shot. I mean, lesser men would have fallen from each of these exchanges. You really have to see this in slow-mo to see the kind of real aggression and attrition that these two men are bringing to this. And trash talk before the fight, yeah, but there's some real heavy-duty work going in. It's gone to the third. We thought it would. This will be the first fight that goes the distance in this competition. KSW 53. Boris Mankowski, the Tasmanian Devil, in the red stripe, takes on Marcin, the Polish Zombie, Josek, in the blue shorts and blue stripe. Well, at lightweight, this was always going to be a serious clash between these two, but well, the former champion Mankowski needs to hang on in here and do some work.
I questioned whether or not Josek was going to go for a double leg. He proved me wrong right there. Mankowski thought about a jump guillotine. Nice knee there on the stand-up. Attrition is the best way. It's a war of attrition. That's the best way to describe this bout, for sure. But neither guy's been out of the wheelhouse, either on the ground, in the clinch, or in the upright. Every exchange has been super competitive.
Oh, the boxing skills have been terrific here. Some payload has been landed. Looking for that liver shot again, Mankowski. Josek wears a left hand to the chin, and still enough energy to try for that double leg takedown. Mankowski spread wide enough. And a little bit of a separation from the referee.
Tomasz Brunner calling Mankowski to head to the neutral corner. The same there for the Zombie. Looked to me like Marcin Josek was concerned about the extended hand with the fingers, which of course is an infraction, but didn't look to be too significant. Let's see if we can get it on the replay here.
Lots of head clashes there, Chris, as well. So it's down and dirty on the inside. Mankowski comes back strong. Great shots from Mankowski on the inside. Uppercuts and hooks really starting to rip into Josek. Josek just takes those shots, doesn't he? He's like a sponge. 2-3 great shots to the floating rib he's had. And, you know, Mankowski very, very targeted with that.
He just kind of walks through him, doesn't he?
Hence the moniker, the Polish Zombie. Well, up until now, neither man has presented clear and present danger in terms of a decisive edge in this fight. It's so close, very tough to call, Chris. Oh, but now Mankowski starts to headhunt, a little bit more focused and a little bit more targeted with the shots. A little soft left and then followed through with the right. Josek, can he keep taking these shots? And Mankowski relying on his boxing skills and trying to keep out of trouble.
It's very good exchanges here from both guys. I want to see Mankowski go right back to that takedown. He looked for it earlier in this round. I think he gets a good takedown here in some dominant positions. That would be important. Nice pummeling here.
It's going to the wire, it really is, Chris. We've just got over 2 minutes left, and it doesn't look as if either of these two is going to pull a rabbit from the hat in terms of making a decisive swing in terms of a win here. Both desperate, you can see, you can smell the desperation that someone is trying to get an edge here. And could it be Mankowski here?
That was what he needed. Excellent work here from Boris Mankowski. You could see him pull Marcin Josek away from the edge of the cage. Try to get a hook in, but Marcin showed education, right? He was compromised several times with that one hook in position. He did not allow Boris to kind of get the first step on the track, if you will, of attack. Nice knees. Very, very good. Again, Boris knows he couldn't get that hook in, so he's going to work him here. Stay busy enough so that they don't get a separation.
Well, Mankowski working, and whilst he's working, that's recovery time for Josek. And I think that gas in the tank is going to be a deciding factor here. Down to the last minute in this third and final, and Mankowski hooking the leg in and coming round the back. And I said this earlier, when a man like Mankowski is on your back, it means you're in trouble. Beautiful little bit of escapology there, Chris.
Marcin Josek staying nice and pastured and patient. He knew he could work him off, tripoding up. He was clearly worried about some shots as well. He was trying to stay grounded. You can see him dipping the fingers. He wanted to try to move beyond that and get a convincing point of contact, but both guys have shown a lot of little adjustments, which has made this just a real head-on clash.
It really has been like a box of chocolates. We didn't quite know what we were going to get, but oh, and he tries to pull Josek down with a little bit of a guillotine on, doesn't manage it. There's the sprawl from Josek, and trying to get to the upright, Mankowski. But Josek cups his chin there, has to release. 10-second clapper, no rabbit, no hat, no decisive winner here. It's going to go to judges' scorecards. It might well go the extra round, but you've got to hand it to these two.